We walked down the city of David. We're standing in the Kidron Valley. This is the Kidron Valley. This is Silwan up here. And then the Mount of Olives is to the north. This is how you walk back up to the city of David. Here we are in the city of David. This is Old Testament Jerusalem. This is the city that David would have originally conquered from the Jebusites. So you can imagine this is where the Old Testament prophets would have been walking these streets, preaching to the people of Jerusalem. This part of the city is currently underground. This leads further down into the city of David. This is the city of David. You walk down these steps here and you go straight and you come into Hezekiah's tunnel where the Gihon Spring starts. This is the wet tunnel. This is where the Gihon Spring begins. And then that's where the tunnel goes. If you turn around and go to the right, this is the Canaanite tunnel. This is a dry tunnel. The other tunnel dates back to the time of Hezekiah. But this tunnel is dry and much older. This is our first time walking through the Canaanite tunnel. If you go through Hezekiah's tunnel, you can't get back to this point. This is similar to what the inside of Hezekiah's tunnel looks like. The obvious difference is this one is dry. Here we are again in the city of David. We are on the southeastern edge of the city of David. You look to the right, to the east here, that is Silwan. For the last few years, we have researched how to find what we call the tombs of the kings, and we managed to locate those tombs. The sign here calls these the tombs of the house of David, mentioned in 1 Kings 2:10 and Nehemiah 3:16. And so people have suggested that these tombs go back to the time of David during the First Temple period, and that people who died during the days of David may have been buried in these tombs. And so whenever you find a tomb in Israel, you always want to go inside and get your picture taken. This is what the tomb looks like. It's rather small. And there are several tombs along the hills of the city of David. And there's another one right here. We are here at the south end of the city of David. This here is the Pool of Siloam. In John chapter 9, Jesus healed a blind man here. You can see the steps here, which is the northern side of the pool. And only this much is excavated. South here is big dirt mound, unexcavated. Here is the Pool of Siloam, and you turn over this way and you come to a road that dates back to the 1st century. This is a road that people would walk from the Pool of Siloam all the way up to the Temple Mount. Many people would have walked this road. There's a mural on the wall showing what the Pool of Siloam may have looked like in the time of Jesus. You can see they are still doing a lot of work and excavations in this part of the road. This is another part of the road that leads from the Pool of Siloam all the way up to the Temple Mount. This road dates back to the time of Jesus, one of the main routes to the Temple Mount.